Okay. Okay. 11 and 12, you're now into the heart of solving triangles, finding missing sides, solving all the missing parts of the triangle. Okay. So again, your labeling. Your labeling has to be beautiful so that then you can go into this SOHCAHTOA. Now, as a teacher, I'm going to write way more. Some of you will pick up on it and you'll be able to say, oh, I know it's sine, I know it's cosine, or I know it's tangent. I will write all three, and then I'll go back and kind of show you again like why the other two don't work. Okay? So it comes down to a blank. Remember, you can't solve for something if you have nothing. Okay? So look, you have to label opposite adjacent hypotenuse. Okay, so unlike yesterday where you were given an angle, now my angle is an actual degree, 34 degrees. So then this x length is my opposite, this side is my adjacent, and this is my hypotenuse. Now, I'm going to write all three trig functions. Okay, so sine of the angle, sine of 34 degrees, is equal to the ratio opposite over hypotenuse. O, the middle letter is your numerator. The last letter is your denominator. So O is x, H is 19. Okay, so now cosine. Cosine of 34 degrees, and I'm writing a lot right now. Cosine of 34 degrees is A over H. A has nothing. H has 19, right? Because if I look at the original question, there's nothing here. Okay, it's blank. Now tangent. Tangent of 34 degrees is set to the ratio O over A. O is x, A has nothing. Okay, now, I'm the teacher, I wrote all three out. You guys don't have to write all three trig functions. You guys, if you don't have anything, you can't solve. You cannot solve an incomplete equation. So, tangent is incomplete. Cosine is incomplete. You can't create something here if it's not given. So, cosine and tangent are trash. They're useless. It's a failed equation. And so, you're going to solve it using sine and only sine. So these two fail because they are incomplete. I have nothing there because this side is blank. So I have nothing to substitute. So this is my winning proportion equation, right? Okay, so I'm going to solve it two ways. One of them is if you're comfortable loading up the calculator, and the other one is if you want to solve it in baby steps, which is fine. Okay. Cross product property. You're going to multiply. You're going to bring the 19 to the front. And I'll address why you don't put it in the back. Okay, 19 times sine of 34. What you see is what you type. So sine of 19 sine 34. You don't have to close the parenthesis. If you would like to, you can. But if you leave it open, you'll still get an answer. So here it's open. And then here it's closed. I close the parenthesis. You still get the same answer, okay? So you get, 1062. So this is the fastest way. You throw it on the calculator. Okay. You don't put the 19 in the back. The reason why is students have a tendency to mess up. So look, if you don't close a parenthesis, it's really taking the sine of like 600 degrees. You would, to make it accurate, you would have to close that parenthesis so that it's the sine of only 34 degrees. And then you times it by 19. And notice, we get the same answer. But if you were to still just do the straight multiplication, not close that parenthesis, your number's totally off. Okay, so you do have to make sure you put it in right. Normally we just tell you guys, put it in the front and you're safe. Okay, baby steps. If you don't want to load up the calculator, take the sine of 34 degrees first. So what's sine of 34? 56 hundredths. Now go ahead and perform the cross product property. So what is 19 times 56 hundredths? So what's 19 times 0.56? And hit SD, and I get 10 and 64 hundredths. Your answer is a little bit different, but if you guys have had chemistry with sig figs, significant figures, the one on the left is more accurate because we kept every significant figure. Here, this one on the right is less accurate or perfect because we turned sine of 34 into a hundredth number, whereas here it took every single digit. But we're not landing a rocket, we're not shooting off a satellite. I mean, whatever, tomato, tomato, it's acceptable. Fair? Hey, what's up? Huh? Okay. All right, let me shut off the video and then I'll do number 12, okay? Just because it's going to be a really long video.
Can you have a question?
Yeah.
So, why did you multiply that 0.56 again? Like, how'd you get that?
Oh, get at the calculator. So the sine of 34?
Yeah.
Sine 34. So first change it into a decimal.
What's next test?
This test will be next week.